Today's her birthday. So she's kind of like... Stella.
Do you ever like reenact? Are you Streetcar Named Desire?
That's why I named her Stella. It's one of my favorite movies. And then ever since that movie, I love that name. Whenever I can't find her or she does something bad, it's like, yeah. It's a whole thing.
So obviously it's been a rough year for Simon. Going from becoming a vampire, becoming a daylighter, dating a
I think we should wait for Anne. That's okay.
Oh no, sorry, she just Comic-Con so far.
Yeah.
Comic-Con is awesome. This is my first San Diego one.
Okay.
And
actually started.
are you sure? Okay. Alright, cool. So we can answer the question.
Okay, so if you're Simon, okay.
Yes.
So, obviously he's come out of it stronger, so what is his strength? How does that speak to you?
Well, I think one thing people forget, and I didn't realize this until after, was that you're not just strong. You're given moments of weakness, and then through that you can find strength. You can choose strength. I think that's what Simon did. He had a moment where he was like destroyed, shattered, and instead of running away from the relationship that he held close, that put him in that position, he found strength enough to be like, no, you know what? I promise we'll be friends. I'm gonna figure that out. But I need to figure out me right now. And I'm gonna move forward. I'm not gonna look back. He even said it to Maya in that last episode. He's like, I'm not gonna let this ruin my life. And that was an active decision that then reveals strength. And I think that's what's cool that I've learned. You're not always strong, you're not always brave, you're not always courageous. You're given the opportunity to choose that, and then that's what makes you strong and brave and courageous. So I think that's one thing that I've learned from this journey.
So what can you tease for us about this roller coaster ride for the end of season 2?
Oh, Emma's the best answer.
Me?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so there's going to be a fight between... See, I can't because I'm going to say everything.
Okay, we can tease very basic things. We can say, as with the rule with our show, everything gets worse before it gets better.
Yeah. Okay, so there's going to be a new Shadowhunter that's going to go to battle. Izzy doesn't agree with it. It's all Alex's fault.
Alec, we just threw you under the bus, man.
Huh?
We're throwing you under the bus.
You did?
It's all your fault.
Oh, you're fucking that. I'm throwing you guys way under.
So, you guys probably don't know him. He plays the character, what's his character's name? Alex.
I think it's Alex.
Alex.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's Alex. What else happens? There's a really... Oh yeah, he's over there. There's a really cool fight scene between Sebastian and Emeraude.
There's a really cool fight scene at the end that I got to see part of an ADR, and it's amazing. That's all I can say. It looks awesome. It looks awesome. I can say that it's the one fight scene. And it's like really cool. Yeah.
There's a party also. It's gonna be good.
You're in for a huge roller coaster over these next 4 episodes.
Sarah Hyland, did you speak about her?
Oh, we haven't talked about it, so we can tease that. We can say Sarah Hyland playing Sealy Queen. And
because the Sealy Queen, she can manipulate her age. She can look super young, she can look older, she can look at however she wants.
So it's cool to see how the Sealy Queen will then actively choose which outfit she wears at the different occasions.
Was there any sort of stunt training or anything that you had to do to kind of get through this last part of the season?
Yeah, we had a lot of stunt doubles. I mean, not a lot, but more almost every day on set because we did have to more battling the demons and all that stuff towards the end. So our stunt doubles got to work a lot.
Yeah, they make us look really cool. I had my first fight in episode 15, which was super cool. So I got to go through that whole process that I saw the Shadowhunters do all the time. I got to go in early on a day that I wasn't working and do a 3-hour fight choreography where they break it down and they go step by step. Then they build it. Then they give you the weapons, and then they do it slow again, and then they shoot it for what they call a previs, so that you can practice and you can watch it and be like, oh, this is the move here. And I got to like what they do when they get to the space. They rehearse it in the space and make sure it still works. And like safety is always the biggest priority. So I got to go through that whole process that I got to watch the whole other cast go through during their fights, and that was like really cool. You guys are badasses.
Yeah, they're sort of like that, yeah.
She knows.
So, Sissy, gotta talk about it. Like you were all for the slow burn and you kind of want to see it now, right? Yeah, I want to see it now.
But no, unfortunately, it's going to be a slow.
There are a lot of Susie moments in the next episode.
Oh?
Yes, there are a lot of like friendship moments. And, it's going to be fun. We're building a strong foundation.
On French.
Yeah.
It's one of our lines.
What's your favorite part about their relationship, their dynamic? Where would you like to see them?
I feel like when they're with each other, they don't have to pretend to be anyone else.
No, they're very much at ease with each other, which is cool. And like, Izzy doesn't know Simon very well, but she was able to tell him that she was a yin ven addict before she even told a lot of her family. Simon was the person that she trusted. And Simon was a person with complete non-judgment. He was like, hey, I know how to help in the ways that I can offer help. But I know it's your journey. I don't know, they have a very cool, I think you look for that in people, that ease. When you find someone that puts you at ease like that, it's always something you want to explore more. So that's what I like about that.
And congratulations on season 3.
Thank you.
Great. Thanks, guys. Is there anything you could maybe say about where you'd want to see your characters?
You know what? I personally don't know. I want the writers to surprise me.
I want to be surprised, but I know that I want more moments that we've seen little bits and spurs, but I want to see that more with characters where there's moments of silence or stillness. The show's very active, and it's like a whirlwind. But I would like to see what happens with the gusts with each of these characters, and I'd like to kind of like peer into them a little more. That's just me.